Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're looking at major political news coming straight out of Zimbabwe. A massive push has just started inside the ruling party, ZANU-PF, and it might completely destroy the political future of Vice President Constantino Chiwenga. Let us break down what is happening, what people are saying, and why this story is shocking political analysts across the country. Friends, the political temperature in Zimbabwe is rising fast. Allies of President Emmerson Mnangagwa are now openly pushing for him to stay in power inside the ruling party all the way until the year 2037. This new campaign is heating up the long-running succession battle inside ZANU-PF. Many critics are saying this move is a clear strategy to completely sideline Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, who has always been seen as the main person to take over after Mnangagwa. Where did this latest push come from? It started with Good Willis Masimirembwa, the ZANU-PF Harare provincial chairman and key leader of the CAB 23 movement. Speaking in Epworth during celebrations for the newly passed Constitution of Zimbabwe Amendment No. 3 Act, Masimirembwa made a bold declaration. He stated clearly that President Mnangagwa should keep leading the country for an extra 7 years past 2030. That means staying in control until 2037. Masimirembwa told the cheering crowd that Harare province wants to take this exact proposal straight to the party's next annual conference in Bindura. There, they will officially ask the party to endorse Mnangagwa to remain as ZANU-PF president and first secretary longer after 2030 comes and goes. Why are they doing this? During his speech, Masimirembwa praised President Mnangagwa's leadership style. He talked about how a country is built by its owners and highlighted Zimbabwe's foreign policy of being friend to all and enemy to none. He called President a visionary strategist and most senior surviving liberation war leader. To back up his point, Masimirembwa pointed to recent big wins on the international stage. He mentioned Zimbabwe getting elected as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council with a massive 182 votes. He also talked about Mnangagwa's time leading SADC and his expected role as COMESA chairperson. According to his supporters, all these achievements prove President's regional and international standing is growing every single day, making him too important to replace right now. The battle for succession and Chiwenga's future. But let us talk about what's really happening behind the scenes. These remarks are going to deepen the fierce fractional fights inside ZANU-PF. The big question of who will succeed Mnangagwa has been a massive headache ever since the military intervention back in November 2017 that removed former President Robert Gabriel Mugabe. If you remember that, the military operation was led by the commander of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, General Constantino Chiwenga. That exact move is what elevated Mnangagwa for presidency. For years, many political analysts believe there was an unspoken, informal understanding between the key players. The belief was that Mnangagwa was to finish his constitutional term, then happily hand over the power to Chiwenga. However, neither leader nor the party has ever publicly confirmed such an agreement. Instead, the years since 2017 have been filled with deep divisions. Politicians supporting Mnangagwa and politicians supporting Chiwenga have been locking horns consistently. The emergence of groups like the 2030 movement and the push of the Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3, which already extended Mnangagwa presidency to 2030, shows that influential people inside the party want to delay the succession question for as long as possible. Now, from a purely legal standpoint, Masimirembwa's proposal right now is only talking about Mnangagwa's role inside ZANU-PF under the internal rules of the party. The president and the first secretary is chosen at the party congress and can keep serving without needing to change the national constitution of Zimbabwe. However, looking at Zimbabwe's unique political history, this distinction matters a lot. Ever since independence in 1980, whoever leads ZANU-PF as president and first secretary always becomes the party's official candidate in national presidential elections. Because of this tradition, keeping Mnangagwa as the party leader past 2030 will create massive pressure to change the national constitution again. They might try to remove the 2-term limit completely or find another legal trick to let him run for president yet again. What do you think about these latest political moves in Zimbabwe? Will President Mnangagwa step down in 2030, or we will see him rule well into the next decade? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more breaking news updates. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next video.